will be spending more time together as families over the past several weeks because of the pandemic. And one of the things we're maybe doing more of is prepping home meals.
And Alexis Colby is an occupational therapist. She has read door pediatric therapy in Minot. She says including the kids in meal preparation is a good thing. Good morning, Lexi.
Good morning, you guys.
Age-wise, when is that a good idea?
You know, honestly, whenever they're showing interest, so it could be as young as 2, all the way up to, our age. Just when kids are showing interest that, oh, mom's cooking, I kind of want to help her. Let's start stirring in different ingredients. So just as little as 2, I'd say, or even younger if they're interested.
What's the benefit of that?
Many kids can be picky eaters and anxious about trying new or less preferred foods. So just learning about them and getting them involved can help to possibly reduce some of that anxiety and also increase their exposure to new foods. It's also really good to engage our senses. So being able to look at the different foods, being able to smell them once they start cooking, being able to touch them, the different textures, those solids and liquids. And then, of course, the best part, eating those foods that you're making. That's the real enjoyment of being able to prepare your own food, is getting to eat it, right? It's also good to be able to increase some skills that you probably don't even realize that you're using, such as math skills. So when you're measuring, you're doing some of that math skills. You're also increasing your vocabulary skills. So talking about different words, different ingredients, maybe that they haven't heard before. Also that planning and time management. So being able to get a meal prepared at a good time. It's also great for that quality family time to spend together. We're all kind of doing a lot more of that lately, but it's just a fun way to get involved with each other and have a good time. And then a really important part would be teaching that safety awareness. So if you're using the stove, it could be hot, so you need to be careful. If you're using the oven, if you're going to take something out, using those oven mitts, and then also utensils. So knives are sharp. You need to be careful how you hold them, carrying them safely so that you don't cut yourself or anybody else.
Lexi, I suppose there are some that are ready to pitch in, but then some are probably a little more difficult to get involved. How do you get a child that probably is a little apprehensive about it? How do you get them involved?
Just try to make it as fun as possible, turn on some music, go into the kitchen, start a dance party, use cookie cutters to make different shapes in maybe sandwiches or some fruit, just make it look fun. You could make some food art on your plate, like make a smiley face, maybe with a banana can be the smile or carrots can be the eyes. Make a little face. You could turn it into a fun challenge between siblings, make a little rivalry over it, or pretend you're on a cooking show, taking turns, doing steps with the parents. Just make it as fun as possible. Food prep doesn't have to be a chore. It can be as fun as you make it.
Plus, it's a great learning experience. As you mentioned, there are lots of things that you can learn, but also I think it's cooperation is an important one.
Yes, absolutely. That teamwork and building your assertive skills and stuff like that.
I would think also one thing that parents do not want to do is worry too much about the mess that's going to be created, because things are going to be different than if you're doing it yourself. If you involve a child, it's probably going to get a little more messy, but that's part of the learning process.
Yeah, absolutely. The way kids learn is through play, and most of the time when kids are playing, it's going to be messy. So, just make it a fun game to pick up, maybe set a timer and see if you can race and see if you can beat the clock. Just make it as fun as possible. We eat every day. It's something that we do, so why not make it fun, right?
Right. Well, and also I think they're more inclined to eat it if they've had a part in fixing it.
Yep, absolutely. They're going to be more motivated if they were able to choose. So if they pick what meals they want to make for the day, they're going to want to make them themselves.
At what age, Lexi, is it appropriate to expect someone to be able to do a meal on their own?
I would say probably around, simple meals could be as little as 5, making a sandwich,
Sure.
Learning those knife skills, how to cut. But I would say probably, after 10, you can start making simple microwave meals.
Okay. I just meant because of working with an oven and things like that, where you
Sure.
could actually trust somebody. All right, let's tell us, Lexi, where we can find you, how we can get a hold of you. You guys are back open. The place is now open where you're taking patients inside, right?
Yes, we are, and we're also still doing teletherapy, but we have clinics in Minot, Bismarck, and now Grand Forks.
Oh.
And you can reach us at 701-222-3175.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And as always, stay safe.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, Lexi. Stay with us. North Dakota Today will continue right after this.